Okay, we are recording started. Hello Magesh. Hello Elanchezhiyan.
Hey Raja.
Yeah. So today
Hey
video.
Raja.
Yeah. So today's video, I am with my friends. We are going to discuss some general questions we have in the AI field, and I want to see how my other friends feel about it. So that's the call today. So welcoming both Mahesh and Elanchezhiyan. Okay. How are you guys doing today?
I'm
Yeah,
doing
I'm good.
good. How are you?
Just
I'm
having
back
fun.
at the office after
Okay.
the Christmas break. So yeah. How
Okay, so I have prepared some list of questions. So let's start with that one. Okay, and the question first is, how would you explain AI to someone who barely uses technology? Okay, so let's start with Mahesh. Mahesh, think about like this: people who are not from IT, they have no idea what is going on here. And if you have to explain them what AI is and what is it, what will you tell them? Yeah.
Let me think about it for a second. How would I explain AI to someone who values such technology?
Yeah.
Okay. I would actually use a Google search as an
Uh-huh.
analogous example. Like because most people who might not have used AI may have used Google search. So I would try to draw parallels. I would say, like in Google, say, let's say you're searching for the some specification or laptop or something. You would just type, the laptop model or something. But then in Google search, you will have to go click the laptop specification. Then check how good it is, how bad it is. You have to do many other things, like maybe the steps. There are more steps to figure out the final information what you want. Let's
Okay.
say you're using something, some AI tool like ChatGPT or Grok or something. The same thing you could type it out, like let's say MacBook Air M4, and it will give you the specifications. Then you can just ask. You can just ask the AI. Is
Okay, it's like your consultant. You don't have to go and search anywhere. You just ask and he will answer. It's like somebody is sitting on the other side of the call answering.
yes, exactly, yeah.
Okay. Ilanjarian, how would you describe AI to a non-IT person? Like you are yeah.
Okay, so for me, AI can be of two use cases, like two separate use cases. So one is like in the personal level, it's like a personal concierge. So what happens is I can discuss something that I want answers on, or I can discuss anything without the fear of being judged, and that's one thing. And in the work level, it's more like, at least for now, it's more like a junior engineer. So it's like um, I need to oversee what it is doing, but it will have it will definitely have more knowledge than me, and then it will have it can work 24 hours if needed. But at the same time, at least for now, it can't work and finish everything on its own. I need to steer
Yeah.
in which way it is going.
Okay,
It has.
so this is your how you are using it. Let's say if you have to explain this to your I don't know, some kid, okay, and he's asking, and I'm hearing lot of things about AI. What is AI? If kid asks like that, like a school kid, what will you tell him? What AI is?
I think I'll mostly say it's think of it as a person
Hmm.
who as a like an oracle, right? So who has all the answers that you need, and
Yeah.
you can. I mean, it doesn't have the drawbacks of a grown person also, because we might have come with our own
Bias.
bias, as well as our characteristics define how we answer a specific question, right? If a kid asks us a question, we won't we can't easily answer in a way in which the kid wants to hear the answer from an adult. But an AI doesn't do that. Uh, it
Okay.
doesn't. It can, even if it is a kid, if the kid wants to understand,
Yeah.
since it has like unlimited knowledge, it will know. Like there is a
How
saying,
to?
right? You have to teach like a 5 years kids should understand. So it can do that easily because it knows everything.
Okay, so the answer to that is a person
A helper.
may not able to answer us for a kid level, but ChatGPT can answer a different level. Either you are a PhD
Yeah, without
student
judgment.
without a judgment. So the discussion can be more. We don't have to think about being judged. Yeah.
Yeah, that I will say this is like for the Gen AI part, but there is like not everything is generative AI, right? The main use case, at least for my, at least from my perspective, there is tool calling, right, in AI. That is the actual AI, if you ask me. So I would say like if you want some information, you can get it from the AI. That is, and then if you want it to do something, it can do to some extent.
Okay.
Maybe in future,
So
it will be like a total concierge.
just to summarize, your answer is the ability to call the tools and fetch information somewhere will give more benefit.
Yeah, yeah. Because for me, that is the AI. I mean, that's what I have been waiting for a long time,
Okay.
but it hasn't come yet. But still, because Gen AI has very specific use cases, right? I mean, it can be very good to see that it is creating some images or videos or something. But in real use cases, for a very
Yeah.
specific set of users only, that will be useful, like marketers or
Uh-huh.
influencers or something like that. But maybe uh, at the end, AI or anything, it should do what uh, person should do for me, right?
Okay. So not just a general AI, it should do something more than just simply writing stuff.
No, at the end, it should solve my
Yeah, yeah,
problem.
yeah.
That's
Correct,
the
correct,
only
correct.
thing.
Okay. Okay, let's just go. What did you personally okay? When did you personally realize AI has become a real world technology, not just science? Let's say we might have seen like bunch of movies, but all those things it can think, Rajinikanth movie, that, and at that time, okay, it is just a science fiction. Do you feel at right now at some point, okay, maybe this thing is more intelligent and not a science fiction anymore, it's something real thing happening.
Yeah. So for me, the first time AI made me say, like, okay, you know what? This is a real thing. This is like a actual thing, that can disrupt the future. Is when Alpha Zero beats Stockfish. So there was this white paper from Google which explained that
Yeah,
Alpha Zero using neural networks beat Stockfish. Now the difference is Alpha Zero sees very less number of positions and nodes, and Stockfish sees what millions of nodes, right? So I realized Alpha Zero with just neural networks with its AI, with the limit just seeing limited number of positions, it learned taught itself just by the way.
yeah, the self-teaching part, right? Because I think before that the engine used to be depth first, all those search based,
Yeah, more or
purely
less like
mathematical.
search and see how much ever you can, and then figure it out was the general approach for uh,
Yeah.
this. Yeah, and it was changed there for me. I was like,
Okay.
what? Just Alpha Zero was able to play all the right moves, beats of using limited amount of search space.
Yeah, and also it was self-taught. The whole thing trained by playing against itself, and
Yeah, so that was very impressive for me, and I really, really liked it.
okay,
So
that is first time
that
you
was the
felt.
first time I felt AI was becoming a real world technology.
Okay, okay. Elanchezhiyan, your thoughts? When was the moment you felt okay, this is not a science fiction. It's actually doing something useful.
I mean, I think from the start, I was very impressed with AI. So,
Uh-huh.
I mean, although it is not up to what I want it to do, but still,
Yeah.
from the start itself, I was in awe of that AI and everything. Like when ChatGPT was released, right? I think it was a start. So from that itself, I was
Okay.
very surprised. And then came, I think, I'm not sure, image generation. Previously, I think it was Runway. They were the uh, top model for that. And
Okay.
then I was not able to use that. And then I think ChatGPT and Gemini both introduced that. And the output that gave, like mainly first ChatGPT gave very very good outputs, like actually usable outputs. That was like the second point.
Okay. So the
And
so the release of ChatGPT and it's showing, okay, there is some entity that can do stuff. That
yeah,
was you come across this one. I mean, I see what the ChatGPT OpenAI have done. When the OpenAI what got released, before two version they didn't release to public because they assumed it is going to flood the internet with rubbish text. I think that's why ChatGPT, I mean, GPT-2 was not released. It was like, at that time when the GPT and all was going. The GPT-1 was there, and 2, when the 2 was released, people are impressed. But they didn't want to go it outside of the OpenAI company. And they are like, we found something incredible. If we give it outside, internet is filled with text, rubbish text, because it's like no fact check, no true calling, nothing was there, fully hallucinated text. They were not ready to send. Then the ChatGPT 3.3 came, and that's when they released, and people started to use it. Then, yeah, I think that's a very good one. Okay, so we'll just go on the next one. On the scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable are you with AI today, and why? Are you willing to give everything to AI? I don't know. How comfortable are you using it, and for what purposes do you feel you will use it?
you're on mute.
Volume, yeah, volume, yeah, yeah. Mute
Yeah.
your on mute.
I thought there was some noise from my side, so I just muted myself. Sorry. So on scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable am I using AI? If you think about privacy and things, I'm on scale of 1. So whenever I input anything to AI, I try to remove all
Personal.
personally identifiable information from it. For example, let's say I'm saying writing, I don't know, something, email or something. I try to remove as much as I don't. Let's say I don't give away my company's position, like whatever. My email, I just try to remove everything. I just say manually to AI, insert placeholders wherever you think names and everything should come. So on the privacy side, I'm on 1. I don't even log into any of the services. I try to log out. Now, if you ask me why am I paranoid about something, not really. But still, why why to give such information to AI is my
Okay, so you don't use ChatGPT. I mean, logged in one, you are going without logged in. You use and it just disappear.
yes, yeah. Uh,
Okay.
and if you mean comfortable on a usage wise, like how comfortable are you to navigate the AI prompts, like how to ask for more information to figure out the solutions that I want. I would say I am on 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'm on the higher side, I would say.
That's it. Okay. Okay. So your answer is privacy wise. You don't want to give anything, but other things you are able to.
Yes.
Okay. Elanchezhiyan, your thoughts?
um, I would say I'm mostly comfortable because I have always been trying out new tools even before they are released. So I haven't worried that much about privacy. I mean, I understand that they will be collecting our data and everything, but uh, if you ask about me, I we are using Google, right? And in Google, I know I have given so much data,
Yeah.
and I don't mind that. That's the thing. That's what I want to say. So because uh, as a that's my belief that as a big organization, uh, even though they are selling our data for ads, I don't think they will be selling our um, personal informations. So ad parts is different, but same thing for everything. So once I got comfortable with Google, right, with my data. So OpenAI. and then everything else. At least for some extent, I believe they will. They won't sell my data. That's the thing, but they will use my data. I don't have any problem with that.
Okay, okay. Okay, so your answer is okay. Anyway, we are giving to Google. Google is not doing anything bad, so you don't
As of
see.
now, as with,
No, it's not just as of now, right? Because everything, their market cap and their business depends on them storing the data securely. Because I think so many people are using Google Photos, right? And I don't think there has been any large incident of the photos going out to the public, and that's not a small thing. And Google Drive, that's also an example. Like if they can do something to protect the data, like Google Photos or Google Drive, they can easily do that for the internal data that they have about us. And they
yeah,
have
but
one of them,
no,
but
not just Google, OpenAI and everything.
okay.
okay, one more thing actually. This ChatGPT, right? If you are an
Yeah.
unpaid person or if you don't have the enterprise, you are giving them access. Okay, use my data, whatever you want. So they will use it
Mm.
to train your next model.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't mind them
so.
using
If
my
you
data. I just don't.
just
I
for
just
next,
mind if they sell my data. That's all.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
So
not sell my data. So it's like this. Even if they sell my data for ads, right? That will be like they can't. They have to separate my actual identity with the ad profile. So I am even comfortable up to that point,
okay, okay.
because
Maybe I'll
if
give an
I want to
example.
use
I'll
something for free, I understand, right? Then I am the
yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah. You have to give you have to pay in some way, and you are ready to pay
yeah.
with your data. So maybe Elanchezhiyan, we know if we ask ChatGPT who is Elanchezhiyan, now it may not tell. But after reading all your data on this, ChatGPT next version may answer. Okay, this is Elanchezhiyan's.
Maybe in
So
a
No, it's more like I wanted to know more about me so that it can help me, right? Because
yeah, yeah.
I know few of my friends who are like they are not into tech, but they are always training the chat GPT, Gemini with their own data. Like
Yeah.
this is who I am, this is what I am doing now. Currently, I am doing working on this, so that
Okay, it will
whenever
give.
they like their day-to-day task and day-to-day work and everything they are sharing, so that whenever needed, they can easily get it from that.
Yeah,
I mean,
customized one.
uh,
Of
see,
generic,
for
you will get.
me, the problem is not actually about the privacy of that. I am okay with that, and I think it is better with ChatGPT and everything. For me, why I don't do that is there is nothing actually that much good to actually store and give me the data whenever I need it. And if something comes up like that, I will definitely give my data and ask it to help me whenever I need.
Okay, I think that is what they are trying to integrate with the memory part. You just
Yeah, yeah.
this
I have tried everything. Still, it's not that much good.
and Microsoft went one step ahead, putting in their Windows OS level, and they are having something called recall. Whatever do in the system will be stored in a memory, and it will
yeah.
yeah come.
So actually, Raja, you brought an interesting, but I know we are deviating a little bit. I've never thought about it this way.
Uh,
Never. You will ask ChatGPT who is Elanchezhiyan.
you don't
So
you don't ask such thing.
no, I mean, so this brings up so many things, right? For example, let's say people are looking for arranged marriage or something, right? Instead of asking relatives or something, they will go to ChatGPT and be like, who, people used to
No,
ask.
see, that one I'm not comfortable with. Okay, because when it sells my data, I want it to be anonymous.
But you can't have your cake and eat it too, right?
Yeah, yeah, we are doing that, right? In Google, when they sell their data, the advertisers don't actually know who Elangeline is. They just know this is a person and these things are the attributes. And
Yeah,
Google will show me the ads based on whoever is interested. But the advertiser can actually pinpoint me, right?
Right.
I don't think that that is possible with Google or Facebook or anything. So that is the level I am okay with. and that is the level I think the companies are also built for. Like whatever the advertisement company, and I think ChatGPT is also going to introduce ad model.
Yeah.
So I think this is the model they will be they also will be using.
Right.
Like if someone wants to know my private data, they can't know about that. But if someone is asking Google or ChatGPT to show ad based on my private data, then they will be able to do that. They just don't won't know the ad is shown to me.
Right.
So maybe one example is, let's say if Mahesh is having his PC and all the machine configuration he's having, and he's using ChatGPT to tell, okay, this is Mahesh, this is my CPU, GPU, RAM, all this information he's. And in the next version, they will train everything. And again, it's not going to pinpoint exactly to Mahesh everything, but it will know, okay, the person having all this information may like cheesecake also. So that kind of stuff it will.
I mean, leave ChatGPT and AI and everything. The
Uh,
data or the profile that Facebook has built about us, right?
yeah, yeah.
That is dangerously good, and we
Yes.
are okay with that. I
Uh,
mean, even if we are not okay with that, we there is no other option. At least I am. My thought is like, okay, they are not selling my data, and I just use it
I think
for my
I
advantage.
think they do sell, but with some, not like like you said, it's not like everything, but some data. Okay, A B C you like, then you like D. Some,
Yeah.
So I just tried to ask ChatGPT who is Magesh Kumar,
uh-huh.
and it actually figured out my chess profile from
Yeah.
chess. It also figured out where have I been based on
Uh,
the tournaments that I have played, for example,
yeah, exactly.
Germany, and it also figured out my LinkedIn profile,
Uh,
and it's able to like assimilate this information.
yeah, exactly. This one
See,
does
and these are the data that is already present in public, right?
yes,
So,
that is true. That
like,
is true. It is
even
publicly known.
if you are worried about your privacy, this is your privacy currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. These are publicly available information. Can do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a future chance that they can, like, merge this with this with maybe something else.
Yeah.
It just stops
So
making money.
now only thing is the private. As long as the private data don't go out, we should be not that worried. Okay, next question, guys. Do you think AI is moving too fast, too slow, or at the right pace? This question is asked because I think what 2 years back, suddenly every AI lab is like we have to pass it for 6 months. Then suddenly somebody don't want to sell GPU to some other country because they think they are moving too fast. I think Chinese. What is your take, and as per your personal experience? Let's say 5 years back without ChatGPT. Now, is it too fast or okay? It's like a normal pace.
I would say it's good for me. It's going at the right pace. Uh, uh, the first time maybe I felt it was maybe moving a bit too fast was the when was Claude was introduced, and I started using it at work. Uh, but again, after I understand, after I was using it for a while, I was like, you know what, it's going at the right pace. It's not like it's not going too fast. Was my opinion after using Claude for a while.
Okay, Elanchezhiyan, your thoughts on this?
I would say at the start it was like having exponential growth, but now many things have hit a plateau, right? Because it is, to my understanding, it is already very good in at least like 80% good. So that the remaining 20%, I'm not sure if it can reach that 100%. Maybe that's what OpenAI is trying with that AJ and everything. But 80% is good enough for me, and mostly the pace now has been around that only, like 80, maybe 81, 82. That is the pace. They are also planning with that pace only. I don't think anyone has made an exponential growth in the past 1 year.
Yeah, I think they're just exploring all the direction and not yet made it
See, that's the
huge.
thing. Only because the tool calling, right?
Yeah,
That's where I want the growth to be. And other than Claude, everything is okay-ish only in tool calling, and even Claude can't satisfy all my use cases. So as an AI, if I wanted to do a micro task, I can ask it to do. But
The complex
as like a
tasks, it's still.
person who will be helpful for me, I don't think it has reached. Maybe it will reach that point. I'm not sure about that. I haven't. I haven't explored that much on AI agents, so I'm not sure how much that is useful
I think
in day-to-day tasks.
2026 is for AI agents. That's what that OpenAI and trying to say. Let's see. uh, okay. Now it's an interesting good. Take the next one. Okay. Uh, what AI tools do you actually use in your daily work, day to day? Like, yeah, Ish?
So for me, at work, I use Claude and Copilot for
Oh,
the my IT related work purposes. For non-IT related work purposes like documents and stuff, I do use OpenAI. Like, OpenAI that has been integrated with like all
how
the.
how good is it? How good Cloud helping you with your work? Do you do
I would
you
consider it as a decent junior engineer.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay, Elanchezhiyan, your thoughts? What are the tools do you use every day? Like,
Mainly Claude for coding, and
uh-huh.
then Gemini for everything else.
Why do you prefer
I
Gemini
have
over
moved.
this one, ChatGPT? Is a reason for
No, initially Gemini was better than ChatGPT at some point. At that point, I stopped. It didn't give me any good reasons to use ChatGPT over Gemini. And then second thing is the image generation model, right? That is much better in Gemini. And for my day-to-day use cases, I need that. So, and in Gemini, I think for everyday use cases, it's better. And I have Gemini Pro also. So, in
okay.
with Google Docs and Excel and
Oh,
everything,
you
that
integrated
helps, right?
everything?
That
It integrates?
no, I didn't integrate. They just integrated on their own. I'm just using it.
Yeah, I mean, do you use it
Uh,
actually? I know they made it, but I never touched it. I never touched any of this. Like away from it. Uh,
See, I don't use docs, PPT, only sheets I need for the shop. So that I have used to some extent, and it's good. Mail also, I don't use that mail that much, so I don't need that. Mainly since it's Pro, I have higher limits, and the image generation I use regularly because for Instagram post or something, it is very good, very, very good. I mean, ChatGPT is also good, but it was very slow,
yeah.
and
Image
I was
generation.
using ChatGPT.
Gemini is better for image generation.
Yeah, with the Nano Banana
Yeah,
Pro, I think that's now the best model, and it's fast also. Like that's one of the reason why I switched from ChatGPT to Gemini. ChatGPT had a very small limit for free user. Gemini had a very large limit. Like I think ChatGPT, sorry, Gemini 3, no, not Gemini 3, Gemini 2 was like 2 million tokens. So that was very big, right? I could have a big conversation itself with Gemini for free.
actually, you are the
That's why I
first.
switched that.
You are the first person I'm hearing telling they use Gemini over anything else. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I think now if I can say I don't see any advantages for using ChatGPT itself.
Okay, so for all your uses, Gemini is doing good enough. You a reason.
Yeah. I mean, main thing is large context, right? So it helps me with large conversations. Usually, I continue the conversation from
Very well.
many weeks, and I need to know the context. Like I have been using ChatGPT from the start, so many times I hit the limits, and the review is also it was very bad at the time. So once I hit the limit, I won't know what to do.
Yeah.
Those were happening at the time. I switched to Gemini, and then once I got the pro subscription.
Gemini is
See,
your
I mean
go-to
that's why
AI.
I think Google will win the AI war also because they can easily give that, right? They for
Also,
Google Pro
there
subscription,
are
they are giving 2 TB storage plus AI.
yeah.
They can bleed money.
Also, in terms of the model, also ChatGPT fully relies on NVIDIA, and they have the GPU, TPU they are having.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have
so they have
right?
less cost, right?
Yeah, eventually, I think they will beat.
I mean, and Google has the money to bleed basically,
Yeah,
and
See, I don't think any company is bleeding money because all the models are currently profitable. I mean, not the companies. I think the models are profitable. Like if they spend 10 billion to train a model, next year using that model, they will be
yeah,
helping the customers and get back that money. So that won't be a big problem. But that whole architecture, right? From the application and then inference,
yeah,
TPUs, everything is with Google,
yeah, correct.
and Nvidia has to sell with some profit margin, right? Google don't need to do that.
Yeah, but I think for now the model is profitable, but the hardware is still, it's not break even yet.
No, I'm not
So,
sure about the hardware.
it's I think what OpenAI the hard drive is coming from NVIDIA and the Azure,
mm.
and for every 1 rupee, point 0.2 they have to send it to Microsoft. There is some deal, and
Okay.
the hardware is a problem, and everything is in Azure right now. Whereas I know the hardware is the issue right now.
I think the limiting factor would be the data center and the capacity.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The amount of requests that would come in, like
yeah.
the feeling that they expect, the customers need. I don't think the
I
physical
think
capabilities of and the server limitations are there.
I think for now I would say the price is going to increase.
Yeah.
That I can say. I don't know the exact number how
No,
much
I
how much.
think I would say the price will decrease
Oh, you are thinking price
because
will decrease?
yeah, at least that's what
Huh?
Anthropic did with Claude, Sonnet,
Uh,
and Opus, right? And I mean, we can set them as the benchmark for profitable company. I mean, even though they are not profitable, they are always trying to be profitable, and they don't actually sell cheaper models.
yeah.
And still, they itself reduce the price of their APIs by a huge extent because the models were better. I mean, the models were efficient.
Yeah, I think the moving forward is the smaller model, better performance,
Yes. Specific.
customized one. For
Yes.
example,
Specific. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, only for this smaller model will do only coding well. It's better than a generic model that does everything.
I agree.
So
Completely.
that will be putting a hardware also. It will make it easy on the hardware, and people also will be happy. I think that is the direction they will push. The same thing like you said,
I'm
Sonnet.
just waiting for open source models to get
It is
good.
available. The problem
good
is they don't sell it to us to run it. We cannot run it even if you want to. You know that?
no, no, no. I mean, the current GLM 4.7 is uh, very good for coding, and it is like 10 times cheaper than Claude.
No, the
So
open source one.
no, no, not the Opus. Opus, I don't think there is anything near Opus. I'm saying Sonnet, and Sonnet is very good for coding. I would say,
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
see, actually, Opus is on different level, okay? Wow. So you don't consider it for anything. If you consider Opus, then
Okay,
everything else is very bad.
okay.
That's how you will
Just a
understand.
clarification. I thought it was open source. I forgot it's Opus. I misinterpreted. Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Opus. Okay, continue. Sorry. Yeah.
No, no, sorry. I am saying I just want open source
Uh
to
huh.
be uh, almost good
Yeah, yeah.
as
Performance level.
close source in performance level.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think already GLM 4.7 is very good at coding, and its plan is like around $3 per month. So that's very cheap.
Okay. I have not heard about. Anyways, okay. We'll move on. Move on to the next question. Uh, what are the most useful or time saving thing AI has helped you to do so far? So far, this reduced my time. Like otherwise I would have spent much time. Where did you feel like felt like that?
For me, it's unit test cases.
Unit test cases.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, I mean, so Cloud was good enough to understand how the repository is set up and everything.
Uh huh.
Cloud was able to understand how the previous tests were written, and whatever I want the unit test to be written, it
So
was
you
able
you
to.
use Cloud, you don't use Copilot.
No. For generation of these things, I prefer Claude, yeah. Right? Unit test and everything. Copilot, for me, the Claude usage has been steadily rising, and Copilot has been steadily falling.
Steadily falling. Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, by Copilot, do you mean GitHub Copilot or
Yes. GitHub Copilot. Yes. GitHub Copilot for coding.
GitHub Copilot has Claude, right?
Yes. But
So that is correct, but my company has set up Claude
okay.
separately, and they have integrated it to my ID like separately, like in a different way.
Okay.
I think the only thing is how they handle the code will be different. Copilot does in different way, they do different way, but both of them sending to the same API.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
To be honest, most the past use cases of the recently my use cases for Copilot are just rewrite this English in a better way. I, yeah, I started to delegate all the coding tasks to Claude,
Okay,
and
but so you are saying most of the unit test cases you are able to use with Cloud.
yeah, and also maybe a bit of code refactoring as well. Like I don't have to do it
How do
manually.
you think? As far as I heard, some of the if you have like a weak repo, the performance is bad.
Uh, I find it also to be true. It gets confused a lot, but you just have to nudge it in the right direction.
Okay, so let's say if you are just a small one file and you want to just refactor and that to do it instead of the dependencies over across multiple files
That
and
is correct. Yeah, I have done. I do only mostly single files.
uh-huh.
And I actually nudged the Copilot, sorry, the Cloud to do. You know what you did a similar way, change there, but take this into consideration, like consideration. That's
Okay.
what I do for Cloud. Yeah.
Elanchezhiyan, your use case, where did AI save the time for you?
I think mainly first one is like designing some marketing marketing visuals, images and marketing visuals. That is one place I use Gemini a lot. And next is like formatting and everything. So whenever I order something, that will be in a different format, and I use it daily because I have to place an order daily. So for formatting, I will just paste everything I have sent to the my distributor in Gemini, and then it will give it to me in a way that will be easy to understand by my staff. That is
Yeah.
second thing. Other than that, mostly like for the past 1.5 years, it has been helping me a lot with coding, and mostly I use Claude only. I mean the model.
Okay. So for coding, the Cloud, and for image generation, Gemini, and for designing and
Anything else
everything,
also Gemini.
everything else. And for
Yeah.
the reducing time is where you have that designing your images, all those things, saving it.
Yeah, reducing time. I think my whole restaurant management system, for that I have created a separate custom software. So everything was built with Claude.
Oh, the whole thing.
Yeah, except the
Oh,
POS, it has like inventory management, and then attendance management, and then discount management.
oh. Also,
Everything was built with Claude. No,
also the
I am a heavy user of Claude.
oh, okay. So I think really nice actually, and also given you have a software background, you could give better prompt than the people coming from the normal side, right?
Yeah,
Or
that is one thing, but I think in prompt giving prompts, right? I think I have improved on how the response are given to me. So previously it was very generic. Now it is very specific, and sometimes I will be giving like um, 50 lines of prompts to tell everything about whatever I want. Like I don't hold back on anything. Like whatever I think of, I will just enter it. So that it will have very large context on what I want. Other than that, now there are like many ways to for the AI to do the task efficiently, right? Like currently, the standardization also has been set, and all the I think most of the models understand agents.md file.
yeah.
So that file will have all the data, metadata about the project.
Yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
since
I came across some of the repo and they had separate .md file agents, class.md. Then I realized, okay, it's like a standard one. Everybody is using.
yeah, agents.md is the standard one, and since Anthropic is bit of a odd one, and they don't use agents.md, so I just copy everything from agents.md to cloud.md and
Yeah.
use that. That is like a hardcoder approach for me. But the project that I created and using is around, I think, 200 to 200 files, so it works smoothly for that. And after Opus, I think it has been much better because it can have long conversations on its own. Like now, it is most like even if I don't give a large prompt and context and everything, it will understand everything and just build a feature in 5 minutes.
Nice. Also, you. Okay, just a quick question. How important was your software background helping here? Can like is it
Very
real?
important. Very
Uh,
important. I would say since till now, s- still it's a junior engineer, and the tech stack that I use, everything is I learned like uh,
okay.
I would say in the past 2 years I have done different experiments on different tech stacks, and after that I have come up with a tech stack that is actually suitable for me. So those things I don't think a junior engineer can easily do. I mean, it's not that junior engineer or senior. It is just that you need to do that much experiments with the coding and
Exactly.
everything.
So when AI says something and you should be in the position to tell if it is wrong, it's wrong. That then.
Yeah, you just have to have energy to review those code.
Yeah.
So that's the only problem because it will generate a lot of code, and that
Uh,
review part will be. I mean, I think for around 1 month back, I was joking with my friend. Like I was very tired because the AI was writing code.
you're so tired AI writing and you're supposed to review it, huh?
Yeah, that's one thing, and I think we will get used to that. There are AI is now coming up for the reviewing also,
Yeah. Yeah, this is a
but
new
I'm
thing.
not
Yeah,
sure.
that is
I'm
true.
not
Yeah. Yeah.
that much comfortable with just letting it do everything on its own. I don't usually. I usually give it a specific feature or issue, and then I ask it to fix that or develop that specific item.
I
But
had
I would
ex-
say that
I had experience with the problem is since it generated more code, you was like, okay, I'm accepting it, just run it. That kind of mentality comes in. That is
yeah,
very
yeah,
bad.
that will come. But the problem is I have my own tech stack, right, and I'm very serious about the tech stack. So um, from the store to syncing and everything, I want how I want it, and for the authentication, authorization, everything should be the way I want it. So I don't let it go on its own,
Yeah.
and that coding structure and everything I review it. That's why I'm getting tired mostly because it can
Actually,
easily generate.
you are the
I
one.
mean, it's more like if
Uh-huh.
the code is generated in 1 week, right?
Uh,
I will have energy to uh, recharge and then review that. But it is mostly generating everything in 10 minutes max.
yeah. Okay. Now people are human energies were went into
It's a good
reviewing.
problem to have.
Good problem to.
Yes.
Okay. Very nice. Actually, very interesting. Okay. Okay. We'll move on next one. There is like a bunch of questions still. And what are the most overhyped claim about AI right now? What do you feel is a overhyped one? And people say it did this overhyped. Which one you feel, Mahesh?
For me, it's about how AI is going to replace everything. I don't think it's going to replace anything. It's going to assist. It's going to be a great tool to have in everybody's toolkit. And I believe it's not going to replace anything, but make things go much faster by using AI as a toolkit is my very strong opinion.
Okay, so you are saying people are telling it will replace everything, but it won't, and it will just.
like a powerful tool. Yeah.
Engineering, your thoughts? What is the overhype? Okay, they said this, but this feels not right to type to one.
I'm not sure. I mean, they the part about 90% of the code written by AI may
Uh,
be overhyped, but I think we are also going towards there. So I am not even sure if that is overhyped. Maybe 1 or 2 years we will reach that. We reach there, and that's okay for me. And sometimes the benchmarks are always like something is good, better those things, and that has never worked for me. And
uh,
I'm not sure about the overhype part, frankly, because
okay.
from my experience, I will tell you, I'm a decent engineer with decent experience. So I would say that whatever I am doing with code related part, I can replace at least uh, 10 to 15 junior engineers with AI. But I think that's how it works. Like AI won't replace anything, but someone who can use AI can replace 10 to 15
Exactly.
people who don't use AI.
Because it's going to make things go much faster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Nice.
if you are at least a decent engineer, it will be much faster. If not, it will be very much slower
Yeah. It's like going
Yeah.
to complicate
because
things.
you have to review the code, right? And reviewing the code without understanding why it is doing something is just a headache. That's all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what the some people, okay, just give
But
me
I
a
think
time.
the vibe coding part, right? Like if you don't care about security that much or privacy that much, I'm okay with giving my data to big corporations because they have good engineers who can review this code even if it is vibe coded. But small corporations, small companies, they don't care that much. If they don't care that much, then it's a problem because I mean, you can accept everything, it will run. And the edge cases when someone attacks your system and get the data, that might be easier. And then the data can be easily spilled, or someone's data can be easily be seen by other user. All these are like mostly from experiences, right? And at least if you don't have the experience, at least you should read the blogs and everything to know these things. Like I would say with the AI you don't need to care about the coding part, you need to care about everything else around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good answer. Yeah. Security, privacy, all those things, right?
Performance,
The
I
scale.
mean, if you want to build a product that will scale, you need to at least worry about some kind of performance at least after 1,000 or 10,000, I mean 1,000 users. But before that, from the start you have to care about privacy and security.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good answer actually. Writing code is well, but the rest of the things we have to care more.
Yeah.
Okay, moving to the next question. What are the something AI is genuinely good at that people underestimate? Anything people just
I,
underestimate?
I think that those days are gone, Raja, according to me. In
Uh-huh.
the beginning, even I was underestimating AI a bit.
Uh,
I would say, definitely say so. I was thinking it as a glorified Google search.
uh.
Um, I mean, when more capabilities were added, let's say when Copilot came in, when Claude, maybe I should just stick with Claude example. I mean, when Claude came in, because for the first image generation were like, okay, the first 2 or 3 second video clips, which were uh, going around, I was like, okay, like I mean, it's good, but now it has gotten scary good.
Yeah,
So
yeah. The image generation part actually.
yeah, and I don't think people are even people who underestimated people like me. They have come to accept. They have come to
Yeah.
terms that it has reached a very good point where you can fool with images. You can replace a junior engineer. Like sorry, you can treat your AI as a junior engineer, not because the previous point I said you can't replace. But yeah, I mean you can treat AI as a junior engineer. and if you have enough resources, you can even have 2 or 3 junior engineers. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think people are underestimating anything about AI right now. Uh, maybe the
At
cost,
least,
maybe the cost.
at least in the last 1.5 years, we come to the realization. Okay, this is going to change a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah,
Even
maybe
at
the
the
cost part.
even
Yes,
at the beginning, people were like, okay, this is just that, some just a summary it can do. But now, when the tools are integrated, when it able to write the code, all those things, okay, it is doing, more than what I know.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
Elanchezhiyan, your thought. Which one do you think people are underestimating right now?
I'm not sure about that because I would also say only one who has underestimated
Uh,
uh, uh, AI capabilities of AI in my circle is Magesh.
yeah.
So he has changed his perspective. So, but I think many people are underestimating how many corporations, at least small businesses, are going to get sued because of AI,
What do you mean by
and
sued because of?
there is going to be a lot of issues with AI, and people don't actually give importance to this privacy and security as much as they should, and it is going to create a lot of startups and everything. And I think these startups and should worry about that because they might expose personal data or anything
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
unknowingly.
okay, okay. Now I get it. So there are a bunch of companies writing a code with AI with security flaws. Because of the security flaws, their people information may go out of your system. That is going to make people sue you.
yeah.
Yeah.
If it is important, especially in the medical or healthcare, it is like, yeah,
No, there are many, right?
yeah, yeah.
Banking and finance is one
Oh,
thing. Like wherever there are more regulations,
yeah,
that's one of the reason why AI has not been adapted that much in those places. I mean, it's not difficult to adapt them, but it is
yeah.
just uh,
Consequences is,
yeah, like I would say, like a few months back, right? Uh, Everyone were releasing their own powerful models, and I think sorry, not Gemini, Google released only Bard at the time, so it was very bad.
yeah.
And I was hopeful they will release a good model, and my friend was saying, I was asking my friend like why Google hasn't released anything that much good like OpenAI or Claude or anything at the time, and he was just saying if Google does something, they would do it properly without getting sued.
Yeah,
And
they have too much to lose.
yeah, they have too much to lose, and then see, they have like I say, like you all said, right? They have the reputation that they sell your data. They don't actually sell your personal data. It is something else. But that reputation damage has been done. They're okay with that, at least to that much. But they don't actually want to do something and actually expose your personal data, and
Because with
that will destroy the company.
with AI,
Yeah,
you don't know how it is actually storing the data, like
yeah,
how,
yeah.
I mean, it's the demarcation between user data, private data, like
Yeah.
how it's being like. I mean, it is complicated, and it's not as simple as putting a
It's like
password or
very
something.
simple thing, right? The personal data should be encrypted in DB also. I'm
Yeah,
not even
yeah,
sure if that is being done in many startups and those things because AI is writing the data schema and everything. And
yeah.
I mean, at least now it might have been good to understand that okay, these need to be stored with encrypted as an encrypted data in the DB. But if you don't actually tell it properly what data it is going to be,
Hmm.
then it doesn't need to care about encryption and everything.
Yeah.
It just need to give you the features, and you will see the features in the UI, and you won't know how in the back end it works. And if you haven't worked in the real time environment, real companies, and there so many issues have been faced by the company, right, because of these problems.
Yeah.
Like simple misconfiguration would have caused the
Bankrupt the whole.
whole product to go down, and that is like a very small edge case, but
No,
even
no,
if that
I
happens,
get it.
if you didn't even write the code, then you won't even know how
Yes,
to come out of the.
the thing is,
Yeah.
if you'd have seen the AI output, it would have specifically said for production, change this, do this,
Yeah.
But people would have just wrote everything and
See, that's the thing. I'm not even sure if they are putting environment variable in git ignore. That is like a very simple thing, right?
yeah,
Because leave other things like it should not be, it should not go to the git repo and everything. It should not even be read by the AI also. And nowadays AI has that capability that if you put it in git ignore, it won't read the data.
Uh-huh.
At least that is like the base, right? That when you create a product, you have to have that.
Hmm.
yeah,
And
Correct.
AI doesn't know which one to be in, which one should be ignored and which one should not be.
Yeah.
Raja, I have one more point here, by the way.
Uh,
People underestimate, right? I'm going to say people underestimate the cost. Or
Cost?
the cost these companies are bearing to,
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
was saying it's going to get cheaper. I completely disagree. I
Yeah.
think it's going to get for example, right? Just last week,
Hmm.
Google wanted a new data center,
Hmm.
and using some lake water or like something
Mm-hmm.
in US, and people protested against it, and the data center is not going to come up. And the new data centers require so much power that they're going to have their own power plants.
Yeah, yeah. I saw that news actually. They are going to have power plants.
Yeah,
Like,
and people who live near those power plants, right, which is supplying to data centers,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That
their
water issue.
their cost is going so high.
Uh,
So uh,
yeah, that is that the infrastructure, the
infra cost,
infra cost
yeah,
is going
people,
to be high.
and people, and I feel like they're underestimate. They just think it's like
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
some GPUs, but the amount of cost.
Exactly. That's why even I was thinking. Currently, all they are making money. I think somewhere I saw the last 3 year how much OpenAI spent on money, how much revenue they got, and all those number. And it's like nothing actually compared to what they spent on the
Yeah,
infra level. I'll share it actually if I find something. I mean,
yeah. And I know everybody's betting on the long game.
uh,
The short game, they're okay to
lose money and
lose money, but if all 10 companies are burning, I don't know. I don't know how the
at
economics work.
some point, see, that's why people are saying no. There is going to be a bubble. The bubble is not because the AI is not able to do anything. The bubble is everybody is losing money,
Yes.
and at some point it has to stop.
No, I differ on that. I'm
Uh,
not saying the models will become cheaper. Okay, I'm just saying it will be cheaper. Just be cheaper for companies. Okay, wow. So they might lose money for now, and in later, let's
yeah.
just say for now there is a $20 plan, right? And if they increase it to $2,000, like if they increase it 100x,
Hmm.
at the time also it will be cheaper than hiring an employee.
At
Oh,
the
you
time
mean like,
also it will be hiring. Oh, okay, okay. The comparative cost you are saying.
yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. So if you can only afford $20, then
Oh.
you won't be able to use that.
Oh, that's a
But
very good
for,
perspective actually.
Yeah.
because the cheaper part has always been for me with that only. Like
Uh-huh.
even if it is a $200 plan or $2,000 plan, it is still cheaper than
Okay.
hiring not just one employee. Like if you are going to hire one employee at least from for at least 50,000 or something.
Hmm?
Let's just say for a senior engineer you are giving 3 lakhs and you are hiring 20 junior engineers and the senior engineer will help them and everything, all that cost will be around 23 lakhs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the $2,000 plan will
Is
probably help that senior engineer to do all
okay.
the work of junior engineer with the help of coding agents,
Uh-huh.
and still it will come to around what, 4 lakhs, four and a half
Yeah.
lakhs, right? So for the companies it's very much cheaper.
Cheaper.
The only
Okay.
problem is if you don't hire senior junior engineers, they won't become senior engineers and we will get shortage.
I mean, yeah, it's like
Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. Two points, 2 points. Okay. The first thing, just to say, if you don't hire junior, there is going to be no senior. I hear the exact same line from some big
No, no,
company.
I saw it from I think Theo or Primogen.
Ah, yeah, yeah, exactly. Somewhere I saw they said the same thing. The cycle is the talent cycle is not linear. Something like that. They used the word. Anyways, yeah, that is very correct actually. Then one more thing, your perspective of. The $20 we are saying cheaper, and I'm telling okay, 20 will go to 200. It is going to be expensive, but that's not the actual cost. The actual cost is company is going to they are going to spend 2,000. They would rather spend 200 than spending 2,000, and that is a very good point, Elanchezhiyan. I never thought about it. Yeah,
Even me.
it's a good perspective.
But I'm still sticking to my cost though because
Yeah. Okay. Mahesh, you were before you were trying to say something, no? No. Now
yeah,
you continue.
yeah, no, I was just saying the RAM cost has gone very high.
Hey, just 1 minute, Ra. In case if you are not hearing me, tell me. Okay, I'm not.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
No, no,
yeah.
I can hear you well.
Okay, okay.
So I see the RAM cost is going high, and
Yeah,
GPU cost have been high since ChatGPT came. Uh,
yeah.
so I feel like, and also I feel like they're trying to take away personal computing,
Uh,
which I'm not a big fan of. They're going to make computing as a service. You're just going to have a monitor and
yeah.
and
Rent
No,
everything.
I think that won't happen. That is just Microsoft trying out some new
yeah,
thing.
no, because if
They
RAM,
will always be trying that, and also they are also already doing that. And for companies, right? Many companies just buy a cheap software and they run that Microsoft
right.
something they have.
Yeah, they
So
have
that is already there. That cloud computing, sorry, not cloud computing, private computer as a service, right? That Microsoft is just trying. I don't think that will be used by everyone.
right, but
But
yeah, but
yeah,
for
good.
example, these memory chips are everywhere, Alan. Like in my phone, in my laptop, in my desktop. So I feel like the RAM cost going up is going to disrupt personal computing so much, and I'm not a fan at all. I would rather keep the AI same as it is right now. No further improvements. I don't want more AI
Okay, so just a minute. So you are saying how is this one is affecting you? How
because I'm not
AI?
able to upgrade my system because high RAM costs.
Okay, okay. Give a simple question. Why RAM cost is increasing because of AI?
So
No,
because
demand is there, right?
so the fabs that all these companies have, like Micron,
Hmm.
Crucial, Micron, Samsung, and the other one, all these fabs are being the space, the amount of available because there is a stick only fixed number of chips that they can make, and all the
Uh-huh.
orders are from big companies to these RAM makers.
Okay,
Only
okay.
two big RAM makers in the whole world, and all the output of these machines, the capacity they have,
Yeah.
is being allocated to these big corporations. And if I'm not wrong, only two big companies have.
OpenAI made some deal with some company for some years of contract. Something.
Right, exactly. And only two companies which make computers. I think Apple and, if I'm not wrong, maybe Dell. I'm not sure. I think I'm completely wrong there, but still, Apple and one more company. These are the only two companies that they have pre-allocated the RAM. So
Okay. What do you mean by pre-allocated RAM?
they already
Make a deal?
kept order, like made orders, and they have their batches at a fixed price or something.
Okay.
So only those two companies might not see in cost increase in the next year or so,
But
but
everything
all the
else is in.
companies are they're going to source RAM at a much higher cost. It's going to much
Okay.
much higher.
Just to summarize, so all the big companies, this AI companies need a chip. So they made a contract with chip manufacturers because of there is no new chips coming for consumer market and demand is going up.
Yes, both
That
SSDs and
uh-huh.
RAM.
Okay.
Yeah, but I differ there because I agree that all the prices are gone up, okay, but it didn't go up because the cost has increased for making the RAM or anything, just
Yeah.
because the demand is higher. That's why it has
Demand is.
increased. Okay, and maybe for 5 6 years the demand might be higher, and it can't stay higher for long time because after some time the demand will reduce, right? At the
Yeah.
time the price will also reduce, and that's one of the reason I think most of the companies, big companies, haven't increased the price of their uh, wholesale, sorry, end products like laptops or anything. These companies haven't increased, right? Because they have long term contracts, as well as they understand, right? This is not actually a cost driven price increase, just a demand driven price increase, and
Yeah.
that will be like it might sometime increase and sometime decrease, and nobody knows what will happen.
Yeah.
But the companies that are making that chip, they want to cash in on this demand, so they will definitely increase, but they can't increase with the companies actually who are making the laptops and computers and those things. They can increase and sell it to us because we don't have any other choice, and we are not a big corporation.
I mean,
But
that's the thing, right? See, out of these three companies, one company is already chopped. making consumer products. Like the RAM, consumer RAM, they already stopped it. There are only two companies left.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even if I am running that company, right, I would want. See, that's what I'm saying. It's RAM that cost around, let's just say, $20 to make 1 year back is now also going to
Yes, it's
take
Yeah,
twenty
yeah, yeah.
dollars to make. They can just sell it for $1,000 now to someone, and they will have to sell it for $100 to you. So what they're doing is they're just saying, no, I won't sell it for $100. I will just only sell it for $1,000. And when the $1,000 customer don't want the RAM, they have to come back to $100 customer only, and
Yes.
that will happen. And see, that's why I'm
but
saying
will
the
it happen?
companies. Sorry.
Will it happen? The OpenAI, Google,
Yeah.
everybody going to have money always.
See,
Uh,
first OpenAI probably if they don't get become if they don't release a model that is actually AGI, right? They will probably go bankrupt. Okay, and because Claude and Anthropic are actually much better than OpenAI from my perspective, because they are concentrating on
Yes,
specific points,
yeah.
yes.
and Google has everything, so they will just simply win the war. Okay, so what I'm saying is after some point it will definitely reduce, because that's one of the reasons we don't the Dell or HP or Apple hasn't increased the prices by 2 times or 3 times, right? They haven't even increased the prices by 10%. Like you can just
I
stick
mean,
to
we don't
Apple
know
for
it,
now.
by the way. The year has just started.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't know it, but we don't know that
Okay.
the demand will be there
Okay, just to
for
summarize,
long.
Mahesh is saying because these AI companies are putting buying cheap, there is a demand, there is a high price, and if they keep on buying it, we will not get it, and it is going to be a problem. Elanchezhiyan is telling no, that some point they will stop buying and they have to come back. At that time, price is going to come down. So, am I right, both of you?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, good points, guys. Okay, next questions. Okay, what was the first AI experience that made you think this is scary good? Examples.
Very good.
Raja, I think we discussed, right?
Oh, this one and the
I,
second one was almost same, right? Like science fiction kind of stuff.
yeah,
Along the
I
same
think
line.
maybe we can skip
Yeah.
this.
But do you think, okay, maybe we can answer this with a negative
Okay.
connotation, maybe. Ilan, like, do you think, like, this is too, maybe a bit scary? Like, what was the situation? I mean, see, you're all
Scary. I mean, I started a shop because I thought my job will be taken by AI.
Okay,
That
so
was one scary experience, if you ask me.
uh, okay, I think then this will be same like the second one where we saw it's actually real thing, not just okay. Just moving forward from there, have you experienced an AI failure or result that made you lose trust in it?
actually, I have a great example here. It's with Claude recently,
Uh,
and the thing is, so I started doing code reviews with Claude for myself before I submit my code for, like, external reviewers, like other peer reviewers.
uh-huh.
I would review my own code with Claude, and it keeps flipping around. For
Wait,
example,
wait, wait, wait. So you write a code, then you need to ask it to review it. That
no, no, it writes the code. I mean, I mean, some code I write, some code Claude writes.
okay, okay.
I asked and it won't be a simple, like they say there are around 30, 40 file changes.
Mm-hmm.
Claude is great at giving code reviews, by the way, okay? It has high priority issues, low priority, medium,
Okay.
security, architecture level issues. It will actually put it in a very neat way.
Okay.
Let's say I'm fixing everything
Uh,
and I'm running it again. It actually gives a new review, which has more points than the previous one.
okay.
Okay, now if I try to fix this, right?
Okay.
If I say, do this in this, then it kind of reverts back to the old one, like, and it keeps switching back and forth sometimes.
Okay.
So
So,
engineer has to say that's enough, stop it like that.
but it is going in a good direction or a bad direction?
And I
Yes.
would say it's going on a loop maybe. So
So at some point it is let's say at some point it is telling, let's say you have a code and it is telling, hey, this is not how you write this structure, write like this
yeah,
to make into that one. Then you give that code and it is telling, no, it's not supposed to write
yeah,
like
this
this.
is too complicated. Like, like it kind of negates itself. Like it switches
Okay,
between
so
the
when two things are equally good, just a standard good little bit different, and it just okay, now you do this, kind of jumping.
Yes. It just
not
it,
making a right
I does
decision.
it a lot, by the way, because I do regular code reviews maybe every day.
Uh,
I face this every day. So I have to make a hard call, like saying, I let's say give three different reviews.
okay.
I would say I would take few of this, each some
Yeah,
out of,
yeah, I get it. So it's like a that's a three different option, equally good. I mean,
yeah.
maybe plus.
Option is advantage would be an option this disadvantage, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah, correct. So
You
the
have,
trade-off, making a trade-off between which one to choose, it's not actually doing it. Okay.
yes. Yeah.
Okay, that is when you don't trust its decision. Okay,
Yes.
Elanchezhiyan, you have any such experience where the AI result was bad and you are like, what the hell is?
For my use case, coding part, I don't think that has happened that much. Like sometimes it happens, and then I just go in and debug that.
Yeah, actually, since
And
you are doing most of the review part and you know where to catch and all those things, it became easier for you. So,
see, yeah, the one thing is what Magesh said hasn't happened to me is because I mostly micromanage AI.
uh,
Okay, so I won't say like choose the best one. I will just say tell me what are the options, and I will choose the best one.
yeah,
And
okay,
even if it is not the best one, I will mostly have a conversation with it. Like currently, I was integrating authentication and authorization, and
hmm,
previously I used to use only Superbase for authentication. Now I integrated work OS. So
okay,
I had a logic that Superbase is easier, and I was having a long conversation with Gemini as well as Claude on whatever I was thinking. Like I will ask the simple trivial questions also, like no, it might fail here, it might fail here, and something like that. And
okay,
it will explain everything to me, and then at the end I will make the decision. Even I will have all the data, right? So at that time, if it is even if it is not the best option, I'm okay with having my option as the executed one.
okay,
That is
okay.
one thing. But for general use cases, most of the time, parsing Microsoft Sheet or
Mm-hmm.
Excel,
Yeah,
right? That has been very bad with the AI, and it mostly gives something. So, I mean, it was around 6 months to 7 months back. I am saying this happened. After that, I stopped trying
okay.
out, and after that, mostly I gave that job to my staff, or I will do that. So that's all. I
Yeah,
stopped that
actually, I
itself.
hear the same thing along that. It just sucks at running an Excel table.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that happens. Some see. With
yeah.
AI, right? I don't have any huge expectations. I just wanted to help wherever I need it.
Okay.
So if it is not good at something, I'll just leave it, and I'll do it on my
Yeah.
own or do something else. That's how we do it.
That's a correct.
And
That's a very good mindset to make AI work for. Make the
no, I am
AI.
already getting tired because of reviewing the code. If I have some expectations like actual engineer, right?
Yeah.
Uh, then I will just be disappointed. So that is one thing. And then image generation, I think. Previously this I think this has been cleared now. What was happening is if you ask for some image, right, it will give you the image based on a specification, and then if you want it to change a specific part, right, it will just give you a totally different image with everything.
I mean, it just
Uh,
happened to me. Yeah.
Okay.
uh,
People
yeah.
say like it is a replacement to Adobe or anything like that, but sometimes it can be like if you want to remove a watch from your hand in a photo, it can do that very very well. But not everything. Like I think Gemini has fixed this issue. I'm not sure about ChatGPT. And Claude is very bad at
Yeah, yeah. Glad is for something
images and
else.
anything. So
Yeah. I have
these
not.
things, I think, are AI is bad, and probably they will be fixed. Like actually understanding a sheet, or actually understanding the context while editing the image, I don't think this will be a bigger problem. These are problems, but I think that this is it will be fixed.
Okay. So to answer your question nowadays, okay, where it is not doing well is the image. Sometimes it's not so good, and also Excel reading all those things. But you are very optimistic. At least it's able to do it right now.
See, that's that. I just want to give it as a
Yeah, yeah.
what is that? I just want to say I am mostly optimistic and whatever I am trying. Okay,
Yeah.
because I know that I have been a early user of so many products, and even if the product sucks, I just love the product because
Okay.
I use that because it will solve some of or one of my problem, and that is enough for me. And secondly, I don't go into a product with a lot of expectations. I just wanted to do something, and most of the product will do something, right? And if it works, it works. Otherwise, I will just throw it away and go to the next product. That's how I work. That's why I stopped using ChatGPT. Like I have ChatGPT Pro, it's a not Pro, Go version. I think they are giving all the Indian users Go version, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I have that, and then Perplexity also I have Pro version because I am of the Airtel user, and both I don't use because Perplexity has never worked for me, and then ChatGPT now Gemini is just good for everything for me. So probably from here after it will be like Gemini for everything and Claude for coding.
Okay. Okay,
I don't
guys.
think it will.
Uh, okay, we'll move on to the next question. Let me hide this. Okay, question number 11. Uh, okay. Would you trust AI to make important decisions such as hiring, promotion, medical advice, financial planning, and why or why not? Decisions.
Financial.
I don't
What are the
trust AI with anything. I will just say that I will just
you
ask it for help.
okay, but will you trust its decision?
I mean, see, as I previously said, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't ask it to make even coding decisions. So I'm not going to ask it to make any important decisions. I just use it as
Okay,
knowledge base.
let's give one example. Okay, let's say you want to buy one monitor. Okay,
No,
then
I will tell you an example. Like
uh,
uh, for many of the medical emergencies or some reasons, right?
yeah,
I see many people in my family and everything just searching everything related to that symptom or anything with AI.
okay,
I usually don't do that because
mm,
that's why doctors exist.
yeah,
Okay. So just because we have information doesn't mean it's actual usable knowledge. So that too mainly in medical decisions, right? I mean,
mm.
I don't think we should let AI do any decisions. I mean, if you are gonna let the AI make the decisions, what's
But
the
okay.
isn't it, how is it different from Skynet?
Okay, I'll give one example. Okay, okay, I understand medical thing will be too personal and the doctors are very, that's like very important one. We don't want to take a risk, so you will be careful. Let's take simple example. Let's say like the one I was telling. Let's say you want to buy a monitor. You are telling, okay, this is my budget. I want this quality, blah blah blah. And you are giving, and it's giving you, okay, with this is your best option to go with top three. Now, will you go with this top three, or you won't even believe?
I just had this conversation with Gemini, okay,
Okay.
and I will tell you what I did.
Uh,
At the end, I just fixed my monitor.
you didn't buy anyone.
Yeah, because it was saying these things are available in this LG monitor and then
Yeah.
Dent monitor and these things. It was giving a table,
Uh-huh.
and to some point, I trusted that okay, uh,
Things you should look
these
for.
two monitors are okay, good, the
Uh,
best of what you have given.
uh,
After that, I even if I haven't fixed my monitor, right, I wouldn't have bought that. I will just go to Amazon or something, and I will actually find the customer reviews.
okay.
I mean,
Okay.
if I don't know,
Uh-huh.
someone who used it will know, right? That is also a human.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Correct.
Because mainly because it doesn't have the responsibility to be correct.
Yes. Okay, okay. So your answer is okay, even if it says an answer, you would rather trust a review from the user than blindly going with it.
Yeah.
Mahesh, your answer. What about you? Will you trust the decisions from
I mean, No, actually not. I have not ever trusted any AI like decisions or anything. I don't even ask which is better or something.
You don't even
Because
ask comparison?
I mean, no. I mean, with technology, I mean, with let's say with
Uh-huh.
products and stuff like no, with electronics and stuff, I've always been. I've had a decent opinion of about it myself,
Uh-huh.
and I do follow things regularly to make an opinion about it myself.
Okay.
Maybe what I ask AI to do is just put all that information in one place so that I can make the decision.
Okay.
I will say, for example, list down specs of three monitor, and I will make the decision.
Okay.
So,
Let's say it says something, okay?
okay.
With your expectation, this is your best one. Will you will you trust it, or will you, okay, no, I want to do it, check it.
I mean, if my personal final decision is along the same lines of what it says and why, yes.
Okay.
But if it is something different, uh,
Okay.
like a great example is if we ask AI if 32 inches is good for 27 inches
Uh,
for 4K, it will say yes
uh,
because it has high PPI. But
correct.
that's not actually practically that's not true. Practical use cases, most people feel comfortable. 27 inches is for quad HD,
Uh,
30 inches is for 4K. If it just goes basically on purely technical terms, it answers would be incorrect. Like Elan said, reviews and actual use cases, actual usage matters. So for
okay.
products, I prefer actual reviews and actual use cases. Even, like, I'm not talking about myself. I am talking about like people from YouTube who do reviews,
Yeah.
or people who post on Reddit and do reviews, whatever, or blogs or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I prefer that for products, and for
Okay.
other information such as like I've never trusted. I mean, anybody for finance because I think finance is like a toss. Nobody can know. They can make only they can make best case, and best case are
Okay.
very different from many others guess. So there's a lot of luck involved with finance, according to me. So I never do it.
Okay. So you don't trust with financial decision and medical decision, but
Yes,
for devices, technical wise you can trust it, but user experience and the reviews you will always.
right. And you know what? I have asked AI to
Uh,
show me the reviews.
show
I
me the.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I have asked ChatGPT like show me the reviews from Reddit.
Uh-huh.
Specifically, I will say show me the reviews from this Reddit like this subreddit. Show me the
Yeah.
reviews from Amazon. Specifically, I will say that, and it was able to give me. So
Okay. Okay, guys. So
I
that's
think
a. Uh-huh.
with AI, right, we don't the purpose of AI itself is not to trust its decisions. It is just to have a conversation with it. Like Magesh said, right,
Uh,
if it gives you that this much PPA is higher PPA is good or something,
yeah.
and I don't know what is PPA itself. And if someone says
uh,
like higher PPA is not good, I'll just have a conversation with it, like saying why my friend said higher PPA is not good. You are saying this is good. Why
yeah.
are you saying this? How is these conversations can be easily
Okay.
happen with
It
AI.
can give some reasons why and what is PPA,
Yeah.
why it should be all that, but the decision it cannot take. Okay. Okay,
See, those
guys.
who has to bear the responsibility has to make the decision.
Yeah, but people, most of the times they just go with whatever top it says.
yeah,
Okay, the next one, guys. If AI gives a confident answer, but you do not understand its reasoning, do you trust it or challenge it? And let's say it gives some confident answer and you feel it's wrong. What will you do?
I f-
Will you question your understanding or will you say, oh, you are stupid, get lost? What you going to say?
No, I don't usually use AI. Like I said, right, a confident answer means a decision. So I
Yeah.
don't use it to. Uh, I don't actually ask it like which is better. I'll just say which is better. Tell me why. That's how my questions are always. So always there is an explanation with my prompts. Uh, it won't be. I mean, my AI is mostly rude, but
Okay.
no, I have designed it in a way that I don't want any extra characters or anything. I just want simple answer and explanation. But the explanation will definitely be there.
Okay. Magesh, what about
And
you? Oh, yeah.
No, no, no
Continue. Wait,
issues.
wait. No, no. Continue. Continue. Finish it. You finish it. Yeah.
No, no. I'm just saying. I will always have conversation with only.
Okay.
So at the end, if it says something, I will know why it said, because before that I would have had a conversation with that.
Remember, there was one case. I don't know if you come across or not. If you ask it how many letter R is in the word strawberry, it will give a wrong answer,
Yeah, it's
and
because
it will
of the
just
way it organizes, right? So
yeah, and it will just confidently say there is only this number of R, but that number will be wrong. There was some discussion, anyways, but when you don't ask any such question, it should be
Yeah, that is one explanation.
if your intention is to break, it's break A. I don't think it's going to be that difficult. Like
yeah.
not break A. Like make it say wrong things. I think it's
See,
easy.
when you will know it is wrong only when you know the correct answer, right? For example, I know what is how many are in the strawberry, so I will know. Okay, you are telling it wrong. But imagine if I ask something about, I don't know, thermodynamics or something, it will say something. I'm going to believe it is true,
Yeah,
correct? So in that case, those kind of situation,
yeah, yeah.
it's a problem,
I
right?
will say something like, in that case, right?
Yeah.
Probably it wouldn't be a problem in believing that, because we won't be doing anything with that. If we don't know anything about something and we are just going to go with AI and uh,
I
uh,
like your answer. If you don't know about thermodynamics, you just believe anything you say.
I don't know, but that just brings me to
I mean,
interesting.
because we won't be using that, we will
Yeah,
just be
yeah,
having, maybe using that to have a conversation with our friend
yeah,
who might know
correct.
better.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all. We are not
Okay,
going to
let's
build a
say
dam with that.
if you want to know some information about something, okay. Mahesh knows the answer. Okay, let's say, okay, if I call Mahesh, he will answer me, and he's not available, and you are going to check here. Now, will you cross check with Mahesh whether the configuration is right that I got it from here, or you are like, okay, you will be, what range you would be, like 80-20, or 70-50, 70.
Okay, the range will depend on if I
How much
use
you
that
will.
answer somewhere, what will
Yeah.
be the consequence? Okay,
Oh,
if it's just for a conversation, I will just go with that AI and I will
okay.
just say whatever it has said. And if it is wrong, I will just say, oh, okay, maybe I'm wrong, that's all. But if I'm going to say it in some lecture or something, right,
Yeah.
talk or anything, and the
Uh-huh.
consequence is bigger, the onus is on me to cross verify everything.
Yes.
So,
That.
see, I think the AI full extent, the full conversation is everyone is thinking AI in so much bigger way. It can be a small thing that helps you. That's all.
Exactly. And adding to what Ilan said, I think the future is specific AI models for specific use cases. That's what I believe is going to crack
Yeah,
the.
yeah. That is where the industry also moving, but performance is still not catching up. That's why,
I mean, they're trying to have more infra, like
yeah,
bigger models, complicated. Like, I mean, I
See,
understand.
but I will say the performance is cracked because
uh,
when you are comparing, right, you are comparing for
benchmarks.
coding at
Yeah,
least. You are comparing Claude Sonnet 4.5 or Opus 4.5 with some open source model.
yeah,
But previously I was using 3.5 and I was writing good code. And if
uh,
the new open source model is much cheaper than anything else that is available on private cloud, and is much better than the previous 3.5 model, then I will definitely be able to use that, right? I mean,
yeah.
to full extent, because previously I was using 3.5. Now the company has switched to 4.5. But the new open source model that is much cheaper is very,
Okay,
very good and better than 3.5.
okay.
It may
So
not be as good as the latest model.
okay,
But
that
why
is
is that a problem for me?
yeah, that I really like your answer. So you are saying the improvement between 3.5 4.5 is so less. I'm okay with 3.5
Hmm.
given it is a open source and free and customized one.
Right.
Correct?
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
the only thing is it should have it should be over some threshold. Like
Yeah,
if
yeah, yeah.
3.5 is better in coding, and if it is usable very much for me, after
Then
that I don't care if it is a open source model or a
exactly.
closed source model, whatever it is, it is okay for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I felt this exact same thing with GPT 4.5 and 5.0.
Uh,
Like I did not see that much. When
yeah.
company was marketing it as like a
Big thing, you know.
big thing, but I could not figure out.
Yeah,
For
the
my
difference doesn't make the improvement doesn't make a difference in our use case.
for
So
most people, for most use cases,
for most use case, they won't make difference.
maybe there is a difference, actual difference in the
See,
0.1.
basically, you should know why it is better. Otherwise, it's not better. That's all.
See,
Yeah, yeah.
that's benchmark all those things. They're playing with it. Let's.
Yeah, they are saying like Gemini 3 Pro is very good and everything and those things, but I have tried it and it is very bad.
Yeah, because see,
So,
yeah, everybody there is like around 25 benchmarks available. Okay, let's say when
yeah,
any model comes, there is a 25 benchmark they have to go. But what they are doing, they are customizing only for the benchmark, and it's not working outside the benchmark. But so when it comes to real world, it's just screwing up everything.
yeah.
Okay, guys. Next question. Next question. We'll have a few questions. Is using an AI in interviews, exam, work assignment, smart efficiency? It is a smart efficiency or just cheating with better tools? If you let's say my, I think nowadays every interview is having that issue. Um, Cheating in an interview, they do everything. You take homework, they just do it in a seconds or anything. Starting with you, Mahesh, you are that somebody is using this AI tools to do their think about a college assignment. No need to interview. College assignment.
Yeah.
Somebody is doing with it. You think it's a smart and efficiency, or it's just a
No,
cheating?
I mean, Raj, it's the same thing with any tool, right? For example, we have this. We all three can say this classic example, which is Stockfish.
Uh,
You can use it to make yourself better, to understand better, to analyze better, to analyze faster,
okay.
make yourself, or you can use it to cheat, and you won't get far.
Okay.
So,
I want to hear from Elanchezhiyan start on this. Elanchezhiyan, you were that somebody is
Okay,
using
I
it.
would say this. If you are using AI to crack an interview, that is
Yeah.
cheating. Okay,
Uh,
but the point is, it is cheating,
yeah.
and because it is not, the rule says it, you should not do that. That's all. But I would say it is also a little bit idiotic in the point of the companies to do these things, because I know Magesh will log out of the interview if they don't allow you to use autocomplete or anything.
Uh huh.
Okay,
Uh, yeah.
but the companies that has that rule, right, they actually want you to follow that.
Yeah.
So I think if the rule says you should not use that and you use that, that's just cheating. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the first point.
That's fine. Yeah.
But the second point is the company should allow you to use AI to write code, because I don't know, like if the company itself is not going to use the AI in the real world, I understand that's a different thing. You are looking for a different kind of engineer who can write efficient, better, and super code without an AI. But if you are going to finish everything, all the interviews, and when the person comes into the company, and then the company is going to buy cloud or anything for the engineer to work, right? In
Yeah.
that case, I don't think what is the point of uh,
Interviewing without
yeah, because I have had one or two companies who are like
uh,
saying, take this. I mean, I don't take this project to home
yeah,
and then
take
write
home
the code
project. Yeah.
in the AI era. So they are
Uh,
saying like use AI or anything. I don't care. I just want the answer and output. And they also know, right?
uh-huh.
If you are gonna give me a superb output with the help of AI,
Yeah.
then inside the company also you're going to do the same thing.
Okay.
yeah,
They are
but
not.
Yeah.
The customer is not going to pay extra because you don't use AI.
uh,
So the companies also don't need to care about that. That's
okay.
they,
what
So,
I'm saying.
so,
there,
so
But if the rules doesn't allow that, right? At
okay.
the time, if you're going to use
I mean,
AI,
I
then it's
completely
cheating.
get what.
Okay. Let me just summarize this one. So, what you're saying is, if the interviewer says you cannot use AI, don't use AI because it's cheating. But to the employer, you are telling, if you are going to use AI internally, you should hire with person with using
Yes.
AI internally.
So according to me,
Yeah.
add a fifth round, add another round
Uh,
that says how smartly use AI. Give the take-home project there, which requires you to use AI, but
uh,
smartly make decisions. Like for example, I said right, it
uh,
gives me three different reviews.
yeah.
So like Elan said, the interviewee, the
Uh,
person, like the engineer who is being interviewed,
uh,
he should be able to use AI,
uh-huh.
navigate through the code challenges, but be smart enough to make decisions that make sense with cost.
Okay, so
Right. So I would say add
No,
that instead of making like giving take home anymore doesn't make any sense. I agree.
uh-huh.
Just add around. Just see how how the person uses AI. See how
Okay.
he's good at it. It's basically like a
but
good.
I don't think you should have it as a separate round because I am just saying all the rounds has to be uh, see inside the company. If you are going to use AI, then all the rounds has to be like how you are using efficiently the AI to give the output they want. And
Okay.
if a person interview if a person who is coming for the interview can use the AI and give you the best output, then probably is a good engineer.
Yeah.
That's how you have to consider, because at least see, if it is a bad engineer, right, he will just accept everything the AI gives and just give it the output to you. But if the person is a good engineer, they will talk to the AI and then tell them like, no, this will break, this won't work, this is an edge case.
Yeah.
Because like I said, right, the coding is the easy part. It is the outside AI, whatever is outside coding, whatever needs to be done. Like the edge cases, at least you have to have that insight to ask the AI, give me all the edge cases, and then you have to ask it, like, okay, these edge cases are not enough. Sometimes there may be this edge case, give those also. And you have to have, like, if the company wants the all the code to be unit tested, then the person who comes with the output, right, they
Yeah.
should bring the output that has the unit test cases. And AI will write unit test cases only if you ask it to. So you are not actually analyzing. You don't need to analyze if the person can write a code. Only that if the person plus AI will be well suited for the company.
Yes.
So I don't think that should be a separate round. It should
I mean,
be
I
just
meant
like
it as a and not a
Got it.
separate, but like a
Okay, what Mahesh meant it, I think you have to gauge the skill, how good they're using AI.
yes. Just
nah,
add a
yeah.
smarter thing
That
that
is Magesh. What Magesh is saying is you have to test the AI skills. I am
Yeah.
saying AI plus engineer. That's what you want, and uh, that is AI skill is not a skill. It is just output. Whatever output they can give, that is good or not. With AI, without AI, without coding or anything.
That is true. Okay, this brings us to next question. Okay, if okay for juniors or beginners, should they learn fundamentals if AI can already do their task faster? You said, I think Elanchezhiyan said, only the smart engineer can use it efficiently. So now the beginners, the person who is going to learn coding, how will they learn? Because AI can do the coding. I don't. Hello world. Do I have to write hello world? Yeah, your thoughts. Just open. Yeah, you can answer. Go.
Okay, I will
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
So junior engineers, right? I don't think they should not use AI,
Huh?
but they can use AI for probably two things. One is to actually write the code. Okay. So when I say actually write the code, that means you should have used AI to make all the decisions, discussions has to be done, and everything else has to be done.
Okay.
So it is mostly like copy pasting. Like you want you when you want to copy paste something, right, in a
Uh-huh.
paper, you can either write it or you can take a Xerox.
Uh,
Okay, as a junior engineer, you can use AI for that. Like it can write the actual final code. Okay, but you should have made all the decisions and you should have discussed extensively with the AI on why each decision is made, because you don't know that. You don't know why something is done and you don't know these things. Either you have to ask a senior engineer, and if the senior engineer doesn't want to help you, at least there is an AI to help you, something like that, right? You don't need to worry about asking dumb questions with the AI, these things. So you have to take advantage, all these advantages with the AI.
okay. All
So
the information of why, right? Like why
see,
this
why
code is
is
written.
always the important part, right? It is not
Yeah.
actually writing the code. That can be given to the AI. That AI can write your code. That's not
Yeah.
a problem.
Uh,
Okay, but you should know why each line is there. But
yeah.
yeah, mainly you should know why each line is there, and you have to accept the fact that after all these things, probably it will be a shit code only, because at the end of the day, you will not know so many things. Okay, but you will need to accept that. Like if you when you go for the code review, you will uh, it will cause problems, but at least the AI for writing the code, I don't think it will be a problem, because it is just a grunt work, actually typing and writing. So you can just give it that to the AI. But you should have a discussion, and then full discussion with the AI on why everything is done, and then you should be open to feedback from actual human.
Okay, so your answer is you have to learn fundamentals using AI, but the fundamentals are important.
Yes.
I think the fundamentals are the only thing that is important, not writing the code.
Okay, fundamentals are the only thing important. Okay. Mahesh, your take?
I mean, I completely agree with Elanchezhiyan on this. I completely agree that fundamentals are the most important thing, and learn definitely that from AI. Maybe learn some whys as well along the way. And when it comes to actual implementation of it, you can use AI as a back and forth. What do you call it? Like
Study buddy.
See, you can
ah,
use AI as an automatic typewriter. That's not a problem.
That-
so
that- that-
yeah.
yeah, so that's the answer. So fundamentals are the important thing. Use AI to study that. Okay. Okay. Next question, guys. What are the biggest limitation of AI today that people ignore?
I'm so tempted to say cost again.
Oh, okay. It's similar direction, but
No,
yeah.
at least for now, the cost is not a problem.
Okay, at least not. Yeah.
See, and I think we should use that to our advantage.
Okay. So limitation of AI today. So what are things it cannot do now? And
Limitations
I
of
don't. I mean,
AI.
in my day-to-day life, I don't see anything that it cannot do, which I or like, I have not
Yeah,
felt. I have not
that
felt.
is true.
I have not felt practically whatever I do personally, right?
uh-huh.
That I've never felt. You know what? Why is not AI? Why is not ChatGPT doing this? Why is not Claude doing this? I've never felt that
Okay.
way.
So maybe it is because
Raja, I think another problem is that we already have around 10 years of experience, right?
uh,
So we are not used to initially writing from AI.
uh,
So me or Magesh or you, right? So when
mm,
you want AI to write something, you will know what it should do. But
uh,
someone who acts, I mean, I can write whole lot of code with AI, but I wouldn't have pushed it to that limit,
uh,
because at the end I know what I know. So I will always be doing this nitpicky things in the day. Okay, these things has to be done, but many things we wouldn't have explored itself
yeah.
because of our knowledge or experience.
Uh-huh.
I'm just once we break that and try so many things, right? After that only we will know what it cannot do. But
Okay.
before that, I think they will bridge that gap also.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe the answer here is the limitation is so far it is helping us, and our expectation is okay. You are doing this much. I'm happy with that, and unless you want to go beyond that one, we will not even know. Let's say, I don't know.
Yeah, answer is mainly is we don't know.
Yeah.
Mainly because of our experience.
Yeah, because we are in a circle, and inside a circle, whatever is needed, it's able to do it up to certain 80% good performance. Outside the circle, even if it does or doesn't know, we will not know until we go out.
Yeah.
So, okay. The next one is what would AI need to improve or demonstrate to fully convince you to trust it? Okay. In other words, do you believe, the Sam Altman is telling, right, AJ is coming, AJ is coming. What will be the one thing that AI should do? Then you will be like, okay, it have reached my intelligence beyond my intelligence. Um, now I'm fully convinced that that AGI is coming. What?
I mean, I don't want to sound philosophical, but what is really intelligence? Raja? See, basically,
Let's
if
say,
if you think storing information in our brain and giving it, like if somebody asks you something and you are able to answer them, is that intelligence? If that's so, AI is already as He has already been.
SSD disk is have solved it. Okay. No, no.
So
Okay, let's put this way. No.
I would say,
Yeah.
I would say this that uh, at the start I said right.
Uh huh.
Tool usage is the only thing about AI I actually care about,
Okay.
because we use tools every day, like for everything, like for booking Uber or
Uh,
anything, like everything.
yes. Yes.
So if the AI can use those tools efficiently as I do, then we have ourselves a cheaper and more personalized concierge. So that is how AI is for me. And if it can't do that, then it's a glorified junior engineer. So I will use it like that.
Okay.
That is the only thing I care about, tool usage, at least for now.
Okay. So to fully convince the AGI, it has to integrate more tools because humans use tools from the when we found the fire. Just
Yeah,
similarly.
the only problem is it should not just integrate with the tools. It should actually be able to
Uh,
know what the tool is and use it on the go. Because tomorrow, for let's say a new tool is introduced, like Ola is giving a food delivery app, right?
uh,
At the time, I should not be needing to train that.
okay.
I mean, at least I mean, if even if it is not available, I'm okay with training that, because it will make my life easier. But AGI means it should do that
Okay. So
automatically.
instead of relying on me to give information, it should know where to take and how to do without asking me.
Yeah, basically, I will say this. I think some 1 year back, there is
uh,
something called Rabbit HQ, right? They
uh-huh.
shared a product demo,
Uh,
and if the
that is the one, the
demo
small
comes
one.
into life,
Uh,
I will say it's a AGI.
okay.
It just turned out to be another gimmick. So unfortunately, we didn't get AGI last year.
Okay, guys. Next question. Okay, we'll just move on. Only one more question. Are you comfortable with AI companies using your data in exchange for free or better? I think we already discussed this. The data privacy that
I
OpenAI
mean,
and this.
that is very simple. For me, no. Elanchezhiyan, yes.
Yeah, even the
No, no.
industry.
For me, yes. When AI company is a very big company
Uh,
that I already trust with my data. No, if it is a small company that actually don't have the model and just use it, they are not actually AI company, so they're
yeah.
just using the AI. So
Basically.
that, yeah, AI wrappers, it's a different case. But AI companies, maybe now there are only 2 or 3 companies, so I will trust them for now.
Okay. Okay, guys. And the next one, in a long run, do you see AI as more of a job killer or job creator? And
I would
Job
say,
creator.
I
job
would say
creator.
for me, job description modifier. Because it's not going to be like you need 5 years of experience with Java, Python.
2 months of
All
whiteboarding with Java.
the syntax that these many companies have.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you are saying you want 10 years of experience in this specific technology tech stack, this I don't think it's going to make sense in the future anymore. So the job description is going to be changed, but I don't think it's a job killer. It's the jobs are going to be same for me, if you ask me.
Okay. Okay, guys. I think covered everything. And two final questions. What's your 2026 prediction? What do you think is going to happen in 2026 in terms of AI and how it is going to change our day?
Unfortunately, I do believe there are going to be layoffs because companies, maybe the companies that think AI is going to uh, think AI is going to replace everything. Maybe they start laying off people. Maybe so. I think some jobs are going to be affected in 2026. As cloud gets better and better, companies realize they don't need this many people. Maybe
In terms of software, they're going to.
yeah. So I maybe it's in IT field. Maybe there would be layoffs.
Angelin, your thoughts? 2026 prediction?
I think there won't be much difference. It will just be 1 or maybe 5%. No, 5% itself is very high. Uh, 1 or 2% improvements in terms of models and everything. But I think, I mean, we will get a new functionality or something that will actually blow my mind. That's what I'm waiting for. Like tool usage by cloud, right?
Yeah.
Uh, That was one such functionality because Claude is very good at tool usage, at least to some extent. And then coding. When it came to coding, when 3.5 was able to write actual good code, right? That was a good turning point. So probably these things already happened. So 2026, it will just be a small improvement. And I am betting mostly on Claude because others are actually, I believe, catching up to Claude in terms of new features or totally new dimensions. Like whatever dimension we have obtained, other than actual introduction of AI by ChatGPT, right? Everything else has been by Claude only. So that might happen, but in terms of improvements, it will mostly be small improvements only, I think. And then layoffs, when Magesh said, right, when some company actually thinks they can replace everyone with AI and uh, do some layoff, right? That's actually good for the employees because probably in 5 to 6 months they will hire them again with a higher pay.
Oh, actually, I heard
No,
that
that is
news.
it is actually happening already, right? So uh, you should have if you are going to do some layoff, you should actually have a plan. And many companies are doing just layoff, putting faith blindly on AI. And
Yeah, I think I also agree with it. Most companies just put the blame on AI and firing. Also, I heard recently that Google hired last year, what, somewhere around 40% of their work people who joined are actually ex Google employees. Something like that.
see,
So,
that's the main thing.
yeah.
When AI gets good, right? Mainly it is replacing junior engineers.
Uh,
Okay. And the second part is most of the companies they don't when they can do something with AI,
uh,
they will stop caring about your actual technical skill or those things that will be complemented by the AI. They actually care about how you fit for their culture. And when you hire an ex-employee, right, you already
uh.
know they are fit for your culture. And
Yeah.
those things will come into matter.
When
When
skills are
this actual,
equally good, the people who fit into your culture will be prevalent.
yeah, true. That is the truth.
Mahesh, any other prediction for you from other
No,
than layoff?
I don't think age is going to be a.
Yeah, until
I mean, it's going to be for me. It's going according to me, it's going to be maybe long time.
okay,
I'm okay if I'm surprised, but I think AJ is not going to be reality anytime soon. At least for me. And I don't see how it for me day to day life. I don't see how it's going to be different personally for me, even if it comes. So
okay,
yeah.
okay. My
No,
my
I am
prediction.
a little bit afraid of AJ.
You're
As
afraid.
long as we reach around 99% and we don't reach AGA, it will be good for me.
I think 2026. I think my prediction is it's going to be a lot of agents, and every company is going to put a bunch of agents everywhere, and most of the automations will be handled by the agents.
Yeah.
Decision making of now currently most of the decision like scaling infra all those things are handled like some decisions. Okay, numbers are this. Now it will be more of agent driven. I don't know how, but it will run actually that. But in terms of who is going to win, I think I'm betting on Google. They have the hardware, they have the model, they have the user. So that, yeah, and I think we reached 1 hour 53 minutes. Let's see another 6 minutes we can catch up. Okay, reach 2 hours. Okay, what's the end game? That's the final question. End game.
What's the end game?
Yes, imagine you said it's today junior level coder. What if it becomes senior? What if it becomes a CEO? What next? And it creates one
No,
company.
see, I don't think AI will or should be in decision making places. Okay, it should be always be in um, doing what you decide. And probably, if you ask me what is the end game, I will say, mm, what is that?
uh,
Uh, train yourself and be good at things that
AI.
AI won't do.
That's what when I asked Mahesh
Now
what
the
he.
blue collar, I think it's called blue collar jobs. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
This
yeah, this electrician,
electrician, those things,
plumbers,
right?
yeah,
They are getting more and more uh, uh,
Demand, yeah.
demand.
I mean, they can be replaced. What can they?
so probably maybe invest in urban company. I think.
There is one more direction actually. I want to hear your thoughts also. Do you know there is a ethics and training the model with some you say it won't answer some questions. If you ask how to make an atom bomb at home with materials, it won't answer because it is what is it gated at some point. Name I forgot. Gated, okay. It cannot answer. So now if what are the things we should stop? I don't know, just tell your thoughts. Is it okay or you guys no it should be open? I think the difference between the grok, right? Grok will give you swear words, just say it just scold you like nothing, but this one will not do. Claude is like so strict. They have like so much stricter of fairness and all those things. It won't even answer anything. I remember once I was using for some video subtitle, just want to convert into something, and because the subtitle was having a violence words, it is like no, I cannot answer this. Oh, it's a movie subtitle, just answer. Yeah, it does not, because it's a drugs and exchanging a subtitle is not able to do it. So these things are very strict with Claude, very open with the grok, and even the hugging face, your model is not going through their the
Ideal.
fairness
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
fairness or something, they won't put it in their repository even if it is. So
That's
should we have some restriction, or should we restrict more or restrict less? Less thoughts. Yes.
I would say the restrictions, whatever they have in place for safety features, right?
Uh,
Let it be to block sexism, to block
yeah,
racism, to
yeah.
block terrorism.
Yes.
All of these things are. I feel like they can just tune it and keep it as it is. I feel like I'm happy with it.
Oh no, no, you want it or you don't want it?
I want it. I want it. Yeah.
You want it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you are okay with going to ChatGPT and asking how to build a, I don't know,
No,
bomb at home?
I'm saying they should block.
They should block. Okay.
They
You
should
want,
block.
it has to be blocked.
No, that
Okay.
that guardrail should exist
Say the
at home.
guardians what are
Yes.
already there. I would like them for them to be tune it even more.
Hmm.
Make them fine tune and block against all sexism, racism, terrorism,
Yeah.
whatever isms are there.
Yeah. Now, yeah. Okay. I will come to one more question. Okay. Remind me. And Elanchezhiyan, your thought on that? The fairness and all those things. Gate, guardrail.
My thought is like whatever currently as Magesh said, right, whatever currently exists,
Hmm?
probably that's how much we can do also, right? Because
Yeah.
see, firstly there is already what is that unhinged models are already there. If
Hmm.
you want, you can access that, and whatever you want, you can get it from that. Secondly, these companies are not mostly doing it for ethics. They are just doing it because they don't want to get into trouble,
Yeah.
and they will continue doing that. So they just don't want to make the users angry. Like when you, let's just say, when you wanted to transcribe subtitle, right?
Yeah.
At the time, translate a subtitle. At the time, maybe it shouldn't do that, but they should also, from the company perspective, they should also think in terms of um, if you're actually using the subtitle, or if you're actually trying to bypass some guardrail or something. They don't know that. That's why they have, that's how it has these limitations, and I think these limitations probably they can't be removed. So in more than what I think it's how it will be. It won't be changed.
Okay, so given this point, okay, now we all agree that guardrail should be there, racism, all those things should be stopped up to certain level. Okay, whatever it is, like plus or minus, but it should be there. But now there is one more question: what if they do the same thing? Actually, this issue came. Okay, um, if you go and ask, tell about one politician, it will say positive thing. If you go and ask generally for other politicians, it will say negative thing. In US again, because the company behind it is tuned in such a way. So if everything is like that, in future, will the advertisement also will be in the factor? If you ask about monitor, it will just say buy LG, don't buy anything. And even if you ask, okay, tell about BenQ, it is going to tell not so good things. So in that case,
Yeah, I mean, I can understand what you say.
uh, the
So,
bias,
See, I will tell you this.
I mean, it's already there,
This
right?
bias, right?
yeah,
This
For
bias
example,
didn't happen because of AI. Okay, it happened because of the people who wrote the code or something, or the companies.
okay.
So, in terms of
See,
advertisement, right? We already have rules saying how the advertisement should be. Like, if you can't actually say, don't buy LG, buy Samsung only, those things. But I think it's not fair in terms of AI to fix these things. It is the responsibility of the person or governments to do these things.
uh-huh.
Okay, I think we are these things already existed and it will always exist because it's not just uh, AI or Google search or
Yeah,
anything. Before, if you search Google
yeah, yeah.
in Google about the same person, it will give the same result.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
and
But there is only difference actually. I know which one you're saying. The Google search, if you just ask, um, uh, uh, it is there also. The bias is there as well. But
yes.
here it is tweakable. It is tunable. For example,
no,
if
no,
it,
it is tunable.
let's say you
Uh,
ask a question, okay, what is 1 plus 1? It will politely answer. 1 plus 1 is 2. Yeah, continue. I will answer. Imagine if it answers you, why the hell you doesn't even know 1 plus 1? Why it is not saying it, right? Because it is tuned with like a polite answers, polite and everything. Similarly, it is tunable with that human
I agree.
feedback loop. Yeah,
I think I get what you're saying. For example, when Elon Musk was saying certain things,
yeah,
if people were trying to, uh, I mean, already like Google, Elon said, right? Like certain presidents of US would say certain
yes, yeah,
about certain presidents favorably, certain president as unfavorable.
yes,
So there was already this bias
yeah,
in I think Google search, and not only Google search. I think it existed with other. I think it was there in AI models as well. By the way,
yeah,
it would favor one person over the other, and it's because of the company's political leaning.
yeah,
It's not
correct.
because it's the truth. It's not because of
Yeah, politically.
yeah. It's because of the political leaning of the parent companies.
Yeah, now
So,
political we don't care. For imagine if this same thing happens for the company pays the money to put the advertisement into it. Now that is the problem which I don't like.
no, if it is a problem in Google search itself, right? Then they should have fixed it in Google search, like the governments are these things.
yeah, the thing is they don't
Uh,
want to fix it. I mean, they are
No,
okay.
no, I'm not saying the company should fix it. I'm saying the government should fix
The
it. Like government
regulators
should
should
say the
fix
company should not do these things. And it doesn't matter if it is for A or anything else, right? If it is wrong, then the company should not do it, and that should be enforced by the governments. That's all. So just because you're doing this with the AI currently doesn't mean they won't do it with something else. Like leave AI. If you're seeing an ad in TV, right, and
Yeah, yeah.
if you can do that, you will do that. The company will do that. The advertiser will do that.
Okay.
So if you can stop that, maybe that is little bit difficult in terms of AI. But if a company can tune it, they can also not tune it. So you can force the company to do. The government can force the companies to be stringent on these things,
See,
and
this
these are
political
not the responsibility
this
of AI.
this political thing is different problem that depends on
No, no, I'm
the
not saying political thing, but I'm saying
this bias thing.
this
The,
bias thing
uh-huh.
most probably will be fixed by the governments only.
yeah, I mean, I get what I mean. Like the fair market, like
Yeah, fairness. Yeah.
the fairness of the
Between I want both LG and BenQ have equal weightage from the this point of view.
See, if the government don't intervene, right, the market is not fair. It is not going to be fair.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Just because the governments and the policies were there, because of those reasons only, the companies are fair.
Yeah, yeah. That is
So it is not going to matter if AI comes into play.
so
I
one
At the
one
end
thing
of the day,
is I'll give an example. If in a Google search when you get the ad, you know it's an ad because it will mention AI. You will not know that.
yeah,
And
but the problem is not that the ad is shown, right? The problem is that if it is an ad, the company decides the ad should be shown, then the ad, it should say it's an ad. That's all.
but let's say if they ask the same question, monitor question. and if they LG paid them and if they say buy LG, don't buy anything, everything is waste. Now as a user, it's unfair to me,
Yes.
and I don't want that stupid ad to integrate with
So basically, yeah, the fact.
that.
So I feel like every government
uh,
should have a competent
uh,
regulatory body, not just some
yeah, yeah.
elected people, or not just some incompetent people, who don't know anything about technology or AI, or how it actually works internally. I feel like every government should have a competent regulatory body that regulates these things. Now, I don't know how it's going to work. Are they going to see the tuning parameters? I don't know. Maybe the companies don't want to leak that out. I agree. But I don't know how it's going to be established, Raja. But I do
So
believe.
just to
See,
answer,
I will say just one thing, okay? In terms of AI, the only big problem is now the companies itself is saying we don't know how AI works. Their own models, they don't know how it works. So maybe for the governments to impose or
uh,
enforce these things, maybe it is difficult
Yeah.
when it comes to AI. But everything else, right? Whatever you are saying, it can be done by the government and by the companies. Like if the company is going to say, LG has given me money to say Samsung is bad, then they have to specifically tune it in, right? Then in that case, even if it is a Google search or a Facebook ad or TV ad or anything, the company knows how to do this thing. Then the company will also know, like when you say this, just say that it is an ad.
yeah,
What can be done, right? Because it is not actually happening because of what is it, statistics or anything. You are tuning it.
yeah,
Then you should the policy must be there. Like you should tune it to say, okay, buy LG, but this is an ad.
yeah. That's what. Because especially when the agents and all those things comes, this integration comes, there is going to be bunch of stuff like
I feel like
the bias
ads and preferences, paid
uh,
preferences, should be labeled.
should be labeled. Yes, I think that is okay, guys. It was nice talking. We spoke 2 hours 6 minutes. Okay, nice having both of you guys. Stop the recording now.